Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome, welcome to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel. I'm your buddy Uncle Bruce, here to talk about stock markets in plain English. Pretty simple. We're here to talk about how you can make a bunch of money writing stock options against your portfolios. Whether you have the right portfolio mix or not, that can easily be adjusted. But writing options is a way to bring in money in a bear market, and we are in a bear market. Do we have to worry about the upside of this stock market right now? No, we don't. There is no need to worry that this Dow Jones Industrial S&P Index and Nasdaq markets are going to hit all-time highs anytime soon. Not gonna happen. So, writing call options, a very conservative way to do investing. Become a mutual fund and become a pension fund. Make yourself richer the way that these institutions get richer. The good news for you is you don't have the overhead that these entities have at all. And you never will. And the other good news is that you don't need to rent office space somewhere to handle a pension fund and all of its activities. You need one of these. Can you afford one of these on some kind of a payment plan? This gives you complete portability to manage your portfolio anywhere in the world, including your bathroom, if you have a long session from time to time. You can trade from there too. How about how handy is that? If you got a big ass iPad or if you got a laptop, you're in business. That's it. Internet connection. You don't have your own internet connection? Don't worry. Go to your local Starbucks and uh, order a latte and use their internet connection and trade your account. Internet's available everywhere for free, many places for free. Whatever. Security concerns aside, you'll figure it out. Thank you all for already popping in this morning before I even get going. Those of you who are hitting the thumbs up buttons right away, you guys are just there, hitting the first one, the fifth one, the 18th one, the 23rd thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you. 200 is the number we strive for on this show every day. For the morning show, thank you for helping me get it started every single morning. You guys are the best. How you doing? You're going to make money. I'm sorry. If you're an option writer, I am sorry to say you're going to make money. Gosh darn it. Despite all your best plans to lose everything and to do idiotic trades, you're still going to make money despite yourself. Isn't it just the darndest thing? Wow. What can I say? Yeah, corporate America. It's what a concept. And the free enterprise system. Wow, what a way to live. Look, you got to give the gamblers something to gamble with, and by offering option contracts, you're being such nice people to all these gamblers. I really commend you. The heart that you show is really something else. These gamblers will gamble on anything and will go for the long shot of long shots, and you're letting them do it. And I tell you, you're so kind, because normally governments give people long shots through lottery tickets. Sometimes owners of racehorses give people long shot bets, but they're only like 2-minute long bets. It's done and it's over. Casinos, just hit the button and 3 seconds later that pull is done, and hit the button again. You're hitting that casino button there on that slot machine, I don't know, 20 times a minute or whatever the heck it is, 15 times a minute. The dollars are just rolling into the casino each and every time. They love you guys when you do this. Here, at least, you're being kind and saying, well, I'll give you 3 months to fret over your investment. You can play with my contract for the next 90 days, 180 days. I'll give you 180 days. I'll give you 6 months. Just hand me $300, $400, $500 per contract, and I'll give you up to 6 months in time to just go nuts and worry and lose sleep over the investment. I'll just fold my arms and say thanks for the cash. And I may or may not get out of this contract by setting up another slot machine over here with a few different rules, but it doesn't matter. This contract is out there and it'll trade between people. Who knows how many times this contract is going to shift owners. But you created it and you've added it into the pool of options that are out there. Way to go. And those of you who are writing 30, 40, 50 contracts, oh my gosh, are you guys on your way or already have arrived at your destination known as I don't work for anybody anymore destination. I am self employed. I am, in effect, retired. I am semi retired. I am adding to my retirement account and I am rapidly getting to the point where my retirement account is growing in value more than what I take out of it to live on it. Those of you who are retired, and that is the point. That is the end game: is to build wealth while enjoying it. Hello, yes, welcome to the other side. That is the game. Rather than being a paycheck to paycheck person and just trying to get by every 2 weeks, you are getting richer while you're living the life you want to live. That's a whole other concept that you've never been exposed to before, or very few people have indicated to you as even possible. Certainly not your employers. Come on. How many of you who are watching me here right now? I mean, hello, I'm way back here. How many of you watching me right now have had an employer come to you in the last 6 months and have a private meeting with you and thank you so much for your dedication to the firm and all the hours you've put in and all the stress you've gone through for the company and being the leader, the team leader you are, how they appreciate you being a team leader, a good participant, and they know you're hurting. They know it's been a tough few years, like it has for all of us. And as a sign of gratitude, uh, the firm has decided to reward you with a 20% pay raise to compensate inflation and to reward you for a job well done. And you're going to get a 10% raise next year as well, because gosh darn it, we really like you. I'm sure there's a zillion of you out there with that story. And you know people. Oh, you all know people who've got that. I'm being sarcastic, I think. I doubt any of you know anyone or have been in that position where that has happened to you. I don't know if that's I don't know if that ever happens. How many of you are aware of your spouse, yourselves, your spouse, friends, good friends, relatives who've had the opposite, where the firm just puts on the violin music, and it's really sad. We don't have any money, and we can only give you a 2% raise. Oh, I sound like Yoko all of a sudden. So they put the Yoko Ono record on, one of those slow songs, and try to talk you into accepting a 2.5% raise, and you're supposed to be grateful for not being let go. That is the norm, and maybe somewhere in between, but probably usually towards that norm down there. Not good. Boy, I get all riled up when I hear about people telling me that they talk to their managers, they've talked to their, they asked for a raise, and the manager said, I'll pass that on, I'll get back to you. And then a few days later, they get the bad news, and they get the sub story and they get the whatever, and there's nothing there. There's never going to be anything there. The firm, believe it or not, you know this. Deep down inside, you know this. You have been noticed over the years where a coworker of yours is gone for mat leave, maybe maternity leave for 6 months. They've got medical issues and they have to go, and you're coming back later, hopefully. And the firm hires a temp to take that job over. And you know that through a little detective work, a little inquiry, you figured out that the temp worker costs your company that you're working with triple what you're getting paid. It's like huge money the firm is paying to fill that gap for 6 months. And then when the 6 months is over, that temp worker disappears into the ether and the old worker comes back. They've been paying triple per hour for that person, like no problem, checks don't bounce. and you can't get a 5%, 8% pay raise. You just you can't get it. And if you also know, of course, that if you get a 10% pay raise, everybody's going to want one, you see. We can't have that. I love that excuse. Don't you just love that? I say, well, if I give you 10%, I have to give everybody 10%. Yeah, maybe you're underpaying everybody around here by at least 10%. Wouldn't you love to say that to your boss's face? Get away with it. Isn't it something? It's amazing. In any event, look, kids, you're an option writer. You're self-employed, and you call the shots. You decide what the contract is that you're going to write. You decide how long that contract will live for, what strike price it has, and you figure out the value that you're happy taking in. Way to go. This market, can it go to the moon? I don't think so. Look, what are you hearing today? What is the big story that is probably on your news radio going into work, or maybe being talked about on some of these chat rooms? It's the Biden budget that has been proposed to the Senate, or to the Congress, I should say, where the White House has said, here's a budget that will reduce the federal deficit by $3 trillion over the next 10 years. And it is dead on arrival at the Capitol steps, but it is a genius, brilliant budget put together by the Biden team. Absolute perfection from a political point of view, because the folks over in the White House are so much smarter than the idiots in the Congress. I mean, the morons, the clown show at the Congress are completely dysfunctional. And at the White House, they have got their act together. This budget that they are bringing to the Congress, they know at the White House hasn't got a chance to pass anything. It's not going to pass the Congress. There's no way. There would be a huge fight in the Senate if it ever got to the Senate floor. It'll never get to the Senate floor, not this budget. And so I love how the Biden team has opened up the discussion by throwing Kevin McCarthy and his Republican friends. Here's a budget. You guys wanted to cut spending. You wanted to balance the budget or bring the U.S. deficit in order. Well, here you go. $3 trillion in cuts. It's what you wanted. We're delivering. Now work it out. You're the Congress. Make this reality come true. Come back to us with a counterproposal that slashes spending by $3 trillion, and let's discuss it. McCarthy, of course, is up against impossible situations. He's got factions within his own party that are just out of reality. There is no way in hell that any deal is going to come together between these two sides for quite some time. And in the meantime, Biden people get to go out there and talk to the American people, saying, "Well, we brought a budget that they wanted. They wanted a reduced deficit budget. We gave them one." And people say, "Yes, but you're doing tax increases." And the Bidens are going, "Yes, we are. If you make more than $400,000 a year, you're going to have a higher tax bill. Do you make more than $400,000 a year?" They will ask the crowd that is standing there protesting against the Bidens. Who in this audience of 5,000 people makes more than $400,000 a year? Raise your hand. And there will not be anyone raising their hands in that crowd, because no one makes more than $400,000 a year other than the top 5%, the top of the top. And those folks don't attend political rallies. Why should they? They're making more than $400,000 a year. What do I need to go to a protest rally because I make $650,000 a year? I'm going to protest? I don't think so. I think I'm going to Cancun for the weekend. You guys protest. It's all good here. I don't know what I'm protesting about. Oh, and by the way, what is the tax increase? 3%, 4%? It's chump change. Is it going to take a $600,000 a year person and make them equivalent to a $50,000 a year take-home pay person? No. They're still going to be very well off. I love the strategy. Politics at its best. Absolute perfection. He knows, he and his administration, they know exactly how dysfunctional Republicans are in the House. They absolutely understand their enemy. This is the budget, and this is the platform to start the discussion for the election in 2 years. This is the re-election campaign. It has started already. Nikki Haley is out there. She's running for president of the United States. What did she propose yesterday at a little speech that she gave? Well, she talked about the idea that Social Security should be collected by people in their 70s, not in their 60s. They should really be talking about starting Social Security at age 70, 72, rather than allowing people to start collecting Social Security at 60 to 65. How's that one going to go over in the heartland? I really wonder how that one's going over. There's a lead balloon right there, right now. What about Medicare and Medicaid? Oh, we got to cut that back too. She says, really? You're going to cut back Medicare spending? Good luck with that voting block. The folks who are 55, 60 and older, they vote. They all vote. You are playing with fire that will just burn you up. There's not a chance that she has a prayer to get the Republican nomination, let alone make it to go beyond that. Not a chance. You wanna burn the very people that vote for you to become president? Good luck with this philosophy. I don't know how this will happen. I guess if you try to separate the young voters from the old voters and try to make the young voters feel that they're getting more if they vote this way to take away from the old farts, maybe, but 65% of America, that's like 35, 40 years old and older, people in their 40s realize just how important a Social Security check is to their mothers and fathers who are in their 60s now, because their mothers and fathers worked all their lives, survived the Vietnam War and Woodstock, and raised kids. And they're now sitting in their home, and they're both getting this check from the government, and they need most of it to get by. The 40-year-old is going, well, if they cut my mom and dad's Social Security by half, I got to cough up this money. I'm the son, I'm the daughter, we're the three kids. We got to come up with the money to handle and help mom and dad. Where are we getting it from? We're living paycheck to paycheck. Mom and dad are supposed to be covered with this Social Security payment. I mean, what's going on? That's not going to fly. You can just see all the kids and mom and dad going to the polling station to vote against that candidate. There is no way entitlements are going to be cut to make any budget get passed. No, just not going to. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. Biden's know that. The Biden administration knows exactly how America ticks. They've studied. That's all they do. They're quite sharp over there. They have brought a budget to the table that they know is so distasteful for Republicans that they're going to watch the Republicans eat themselves alive over this thing that's never going to go anywhere. It's just the most beautiful thing. It's called divide and conquer. It's the Trump strategy. They're using the Trump strategy in reverse. Allow the Democrats to chew themselves up into little pieces and have no clear front runner to go anywhere. DeSantis in Florida, this guy, I don't know if he can count. I have no idea if he knows math. These folks are completely focused on gaining the Republican nomination from the zealots on the right. And he'll likely get it. He has the money, the backing to do it. He could very well become the Republican leader, and maybe Nikki Haley will be his vice president. I don't know. Now they have to go up against the Biden machine. And I would love to see DeSantis come up with a plan that will satisfy his own party for a going forward budget. Good luck with that. Total wipeout. In the meantime, unfortunately, for the rest of the United States, the 99.9% of people who are not in politics, who are not politicians, don't want to become a politician, don't want anything to do with politicians. They just want to lead their lives. They want to look after their kids. They want to look after their family. These folks are out there working for a living, trying to get by. And the problem that they're running into is that mortgage rates are going higher. And the problem they're running into is prices are going higher. And I was talking about this little topic in my morning update just a few minutes ago for the Gold Bagel members who joined me this morning for the pre-market alert that we did. I was talking about some information that came across my eyeballs last night regarding the sale and registration of RVs. The RV business is a wonderful indicator of what is happening in the United States and Canada. It is a wonderful barometer. It's one of the little thermometers that you put into this part of the economy and just see how it's doing. There's the thermometer you have for the housing starts and sales and auto sales and loan originations and all these other indicators, unemployment and all that. But RV sales are a wonderful indicator in their own little world. Uh, in 2021, more RVs were sold and registered with license plates than in any time in history. The biggest year of all time was right in the middle of the pandemic. COVID made RV sales soar. Why? Because people didn't want to fly. They didn't want to be part of a big crowd at Disney World. Disneyland was closed anyway. They couldn't go to Six Flags or whatever. So what did they do? Well, a chunk of America decided for all ages, from parents in their 30s and 40s and seniors up to their 70s, these folks, a slice of these folks said, we're going to go RV. We're going to go and see America. We're going to drive in the old rig and we're going to see America. I got a big ass pickup truck, and I'm going to get me a fifth wheel. Or I have a big SUV like a Silverado, and I'm going to pull a trailer. And others are going, heck with that. I'm going to trade in my vehicle. I'm going to get me a Class C motorhome or a big old Class A Greyhound bus style RV. And that's what happened. A lot of folks during the pandemic, of course, as we are well aware, realized, oh my God, our house has gone up in value dramatically. And a lot of folks in their 50s and 60s did a number of things in a short period of time. They, number one, quit their day job because they were asked by their employer, would you like to leave early? And they went, yes, give me a check to walk. I'm out of here. I have my 401k and my IRA. I'm going to self-manage that. I'm going to sell my house. We're going to sell off all of our crap. Whatever's left, we'll store with our kids or put it in storage, or we're going to rent our house while we're away. We're going RVing. We've always wanted to do it. We're 58, we're 55 years of age. We're fit. We're ready to roll. We're going to see America for a couple of years. And they did. They went out and bought an RV and off they went to enjoy America. That was 2021. People did it with trailers, fifth wheels, Class Bs, Class Cs, Class As, you name it. 2022, the last year, registrations were down 22% from the year before. Still the sixth best year on record, sixth best year all time for RV registrations, but significantly lower. And this year, we are down again, big time. And the number of rigs for sale on dealer lots is rising and rising and rising. There are over 153,000 new and used RVs for sale right now at RV dealerships across the United States, a very high number. And the sales are way off because the pandemic is over and our housing prices are not going up 10% a month anymore. And interest rates have risen to the point where if you want to buy an RV that's 150 grand, 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, $1 million RV, you want to finance this thing, you're not financing at 1.9% interest rates anymore. You're financing at 5.5%, 6.5%, 7% interest rates. And now 7% interest rate on a $50,000 RV is $3,500 a year the first year interest. Get a 10-year loan and pay it off. But 7% on a $500,000 luxury RV, $35,000 in interest the first year. $3,000 a month in interest. You want to start with that and insurance and registration and the gas and whoa, wait a minute. Hey, my house isn't going up in value anymore. It's actually coming down in value. I can't do it. And so a lot of folks have been kicked out of the RV market, the market they wanted to go into. They can't get into it anymore. And they are not going to get a tent trailer. They're not going to do it that way. They go one way or they don't go at all. And that is Typical, normal, understandable. And the RV business, at whatever level you want to get into, has become extremely expensive. Supply chain issues and shortage of parts screwed up the delivery of RVs when they were really needed. RVs were delivered to many dealerships in 2021 and 2022 with defective issues, and that is coming back to haunt RV companies right now. It's costing them dearly in lost wages and profit losses. Dealerships are having a tough time. RV dealers are going bankrupt, and RV companies are laying off staff left and right. And this business is on the decline big time. There's a recession in the RV business. And this is one of those little indicators about the US economy that we're wondering about. We already know the housing market is on its knees. It's already been crushed bigly. Certain sectors are still okay, but all in all, not looking good. Now the RV end of things is not looking good. Car sales is the next one we're wondering about. Used car prices surged. Now they've topped out. Interest rates are higher, going to go higher. That means new car and used car values could drop and sales declines could kick in. This is another nail in the coffin for the American economy. The one thing that keeps working, though, jobs, 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 jobs. 10 and a half, 11 million openings for work. The workers can get jobs all over the place. And I say for you folks out there, if you can get a better paying job, grab it. You might just for fun, go job shopping as if you're thinking of quitting your job. You love where you are. You love your workers. You love your boss. They take good care of you. You think you're well paid. Everything's great. For fun, you go out looking for another job and you get shocked when someone comes to you and says, well, we'd love to talk to you about position we have here. We'd be, with your experience, we would pay you this much money. And you're going, that's 35% more than I'm getting now. What am I doing with myself? Because you only go around once. And if you're 45 years old right now and you want to work another 10 to 15 years, why don't you work 10, 15 years at 35% more starting pay than you're getting now? Because you need this extra money now to compound for the next 15 years to retire on. You cannot afford to not take that deal. This is where a lot of folks get the shock of a lifetime when they are involuntarily put out on the street, let go. They go and find a new job for more money than they had. They can't believe it. And or others who have hit the point where they offered me a 3% raise and I didn't get the promotion again. I'm out of here. And they finally walked. They finally had to be told in a unceremonious way that you're not part of our future. You're just going to be a grunt, and that's all you're going to be with us. We're never going to make you one of the top people here. You go to another place, or you look now and you find offers all over the place at far more money and at much higher levels of management than you have now. The hard, bitter truth of how employers have screwed their clients for decades. That's usually the case. It's not always the case. I don't want to be mean to really good employers, but this story is so common. It's pathetic, and this is they call this getting ahead. People are getting ahead on your backs. They're using your labor for themselves to make the big bucks. And you notice that when you walk through the company parking lot where you parked your 12-year-old Tesla or 12-year-old Tercel, I should say, and then you walk past all these nice cars and you go, these people are all younger than I am, and they've all been here less than I have. And look at what they're driving compared to what I'm driving. And you look at their titles and the jobs they have. And at the Christmas party, you look around the room and you see all the employees in the same room and you realize, I am not even in the top half of this organization. I'm in the middle here and I am dead. I'm in a pool of death. I will never get out of this quicksand with this organization because they have pegged you and slotted you in and they've forgotten about you. No matter what they say. Oh, gosh. Well, maybe it's time to quit that job and quit all work and work for yourself. How about that? Maybe that's what it's all about. And if I can help you do that, oh, that would be great. That would be so great if I'm somehow able to get you to quit your day jobs and allow you to be your own boss. Uh, Man, fabulous. I know some of you are in your 30s, some of you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s. There are folks in their 70s watching me. I think there's a few in their 80s. Um, this is possible at whatever age you are. It does not matter because writing options is not an age specific thing. I'm not trying to get you to learn crypto here. Okay, we're not going into the crypto business. We're talking about doing something that's being done since the 70s, writing options on portfolios and hauling in money to hold stock or ETFs or mutual funds. It's as simple as that. Time to get paid. Well, mutual funds, ETFs, same thing. That's what I mean. Hey, welcome to the party, pal. Like I said, I sure hope you're going to enjoy the upside here. Always be writing. I noticed this morning Tesla was down to 176 this morning. It's right now 180. It's trying to come back. The likelihood of Tesla going to 200 a share in the next week is quite low. The likelihood of Tesla possibly hitting 155, 165 is higher than not. Guaranteed? No. But the pattern sure is there. The news sure is there. And the Twitter news keeps coming out, and it's bad. It's ugly. And we got a guy who's $44 billion into that deal, a lot of which is borrowed money. And that money is borrowed on the back of his Tesla involvement. Again, we're back to the Tesla story we saw back in November and December when the stock came down. We're back to that story. Show and tell is over. They had the big shareholder presentation last week. It didn't work. And here we are at 180 a share. Okay, kids, we're going to have fun today, I'm sure. GameStop, what's it going to do? We're at 18.08, down 9 cents at the moment. We've already been at 17.98 this morning. This $18 support level, there is no $18 support level. I don't think so. We did trade 3-something million shares yesterday, but that is after the split. This is not even a million shares pre-split. So there's no serious support coming in here. I wonder about that. And then there's the question of, well, what's going to happen with these other stocks that we're following? What are we going to do with our Cisco's and our Pfizer's and Apple? What about Google and writing calls on HBQ and so on? Do not fear the upside, kids. Right away, right away. Anyway, Lorraine says, Uncle Bruce, a relative of mine bought an RV for $40,000. He put it in on his land for rental. There's a shortage of homes. People are building tiny homes and also turning 18-wheelers into houses. This is true, Lorraine. This is very true. There's ways to take some RVs and turn them into generators of capital and repurpose them, sort of thing. It depends on exactly where you are. I mean, certain counties, townships, towns, cities, verboten to permanently park an RV somehow, somewhere. There are all kinds of rules regarding sanitation, electricity usage. I mean, just permanent versus non-permanent structures and all this stuff. But yeah, there are those who are able to do RV work. My RV was lovely during the pandemic, and it is lovely after the pandemic. And I say congratulations. You're part of the 85% out there that love it. But there is a certain percentage of folks who got into the RV thing that want out and got out and have already left and are still coming out. And the other thing about RV ownership that you have to understand is on the higher priced products, the more expensive, larger units, those are held by the elderly investor, those who have cash. And these are the folks that are subject to sudden departures from the RV world. They need a hip operation. They got cancer. They have a heart attack. They got a stroke. Husband or wife. There's sometimes people who love RVing are out of RVing whether they like it or not. And that's the same right here in this community where I am. We're surrounded here by condos. These are all second homes. For most of the condos here are second homes. And these condos change hands every 15, 20 years on average. Some change every 3 to 5 years. Some change 25 years. But every 10, 15, 17 years, these change over because if you have a 65-year-old owner, in 15 years, that's an 80-year-old owner. A lot can happen in 15 years from age 65 to 80. And you think about that with your own parents or your grandparents and go, well, yeah, I remember grandpa retired when he was 65 and he passed at 78. Um, yeah, well, that's 13 years. Did he buy a condo in Sarasota, Florida? Did he buy a timeshare somewhere? Did he get an RV? Things change. That's what happens in this area here where I'm at. I'm 67. Am I thinking 40 years ahead right now? No, my daughter is. She's 30 something. She's thinking 40 years ahead, but I don't have to do that anymore. I kind of would like to think 40 years ahead, but statistics are screaming at me, going, "Hey, buddy, watch it." What can I say? The RV business is a turnover business, and there are RVs for sale that people don't want to sell, that families didn't want to give up, but they have to give them up because of circumstances out of their control, called mortality. And there it is. But like I said, 2021 was the record year of record years for RV sales and registrations. The people hit the road in America, but that has come and gone. And a number of folks who did that regretted it very quickly. They regretted making this move that they realized 2 months in, oh, we shouldn't have done this. We are not RV people. We're not campground people. And then they immediately got out, or they stuck it out for a year, and then they decided we're getting out of this. That's natural. That's to be expected as well, because getting into an RV world lifestyle for a permanent thing, as a full-time thing, that's a whole other thing than going on a 2-week camping vacation. 2-week camping vacation has 14 days, 13 days, 12 days, 11, where full-time has no end date. And that is where the rubber meets the road. And you find out 1 or 2 or 3 months into it whether or not this is working. And you either make it work or you get out. And that's what happens. A certain percentage of people find they can't cut it. Just, the husband likes it, the wife hates it. The wife loves it, the husband hates it. They both hate it, they both love it. Whatever. Nothing personal. It's just what it is. But right now, RVs are on sale and prices are plummeting, and interest rates are rising, and it's becoming more unaffordable to own an RV, to buy one RV, to finance an RV. Insurance costs are higher. The replacement parts are more expensive. Gas isn't as cheap as it used to be back in the 2018-19. There are issues all over the place against RVs, and campground fees have risen dramatically. There are issues out there, and you wonder just how much lower will this market go, and can it go much lower if the economy as a whole joins the RV market? What happens if the United States economy also does what the RV economy is doing, and it all slumps? Well, now you got a whole bunch more problems, because now RVs will be for sale because people can't make the payments. They bought an RV as a vacation getaway thing. It's in the driveway, and they're making payments on it. But they're making payments on the house and on the car and on furniture and on credit cards and on student loans and on it. And now the economy slumps, and mom loses her job, or dad gets laid off. The second car is for sale. The RV is for sale. Furniture's for sale. I mean, we are backing up. That's what's going to happen if that happens. So just putting it out there, just telling you, it is what it is. We'll find out how it all works out. Option writers, man, have you got it good. Oh my, is it ever wonderful being an option writer. Over on Unity Software, $29.55 this morning. We're up 5 cents, 6 cents this morning. The shares were down to the 29 level for a while this morning, but they have bounced back up. So those of you who are option writers and deep in the money option acquirers on Unity, the game continues. Fun over there. SoFi this morning, $6.49, up 2 pennies. We have a little pop up there so far. It's hanging around 650 as we were talking about earlier this week. You can write 750 calls if you want and take the money and buy more stock. You can always do that. I am noticing at the moment that the Dow seems to be up 93 points in the pre-market, S&P up 11, and Nasdaq up 42. Crude oil is up 74 cents to 77.40 at the moment. And that's what I've got going there. Will we have a bounce today? Is it a dead cat bounce? It didn't look like a dead cat bounce was coming a half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. There was no evidence of a dead cat bounce, of any kind of a bounce. Maybe now there is one. Maybe there will be a first half hour bounce, and then we lose all the steam, and then the reality sits in, and people go, oh, shoot, that guy Powell, he's not talking today, but boy, what he said the last 2 days was not all that inspiring, was it? Didn't want to make you run out there and buy a new house, get an RV, and take up big loans to buy items that are guaranteed to depreciate. Yikes! Well, we'll see what gives. Well, we'll figure it all out. Welcome one, welcome all to the party. Nice to have you here. We are 17 minutes away from opening up this morning. Thank you, all of you who have already popped in here to say hi, hitting the thumbs up button. We have 102. We're halfway to 200. I appreciate that. Nice of you to be doing that. What can I say? Thank you all for joining this YouTuber. Those of you who are here, I've been asking this question all week. I've just been throwing this out there. And I just want to know if you want to give me your thoughts on it. I am asking, would there be any of you out there would be interested in having a one-on-one with me during market hours, Mondays to Fridays? Would any of you be interested if I were to offer one-on-one consultations where you're on camera, I'm on camera, we're alone, it's private, but the market is open at the time we do it, Monday to Friday? Would that work for some of you folks out there? I've been getting a number of you definitely reacting to it, saying, yeah, that would be a great idea, because instead of seeing you just on a Sunday morning, I could see you on a Thursday, whatever. That would be great. The market is open, and you can look at my account with me live and see how we're doing and what I'm up to, and help me with my buyback of calls or rollover of calls, or backing down on calls, or have I got the right deep in the money call, or I'm thinking about getting this. Should I shift out of there over to there? This is what's happening live in the market. What do we think? Let me know. Let me know if any of you have an interest in that. I'm trying to get a gauge for how I can be more in tune with what you're after, to help you become a more effective option writer. Let me know. Okay, so there you have it. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. What else can I talk to you about? Not so sure. Let's see. Credit Saver says, I got my stink bids for some AI and RBLX puts ready. Let's see if they trigger. I can use another few coins generated with puts today. Well, let's see. Working and Lurking says, so Home Skillet, I'm number 107 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. It's good to have that happen. We had a good chat last night. Those of you who are not Gold Bagel members, or if you are, you haven't yet seen last night's primetime show that we do every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. There was a really good discussion going on last night, and I'd be curious about any of you out here who are with me now. If you want to throw in your 2 bits worth on this. We talked last night about, we had a viewer last night tell us about how at work he has a 401k through his employer. And he was wondering if he could shift his 401k into an IRA that he can self-manage, because he wanted to do deep in the money call writing inside his own IRA to build the value of his retirement fund, but be the manager himself. And he was informed that no, while you're an employee of our company, of the company you're with, you cannot shift your 401k to an IRA and self-manage it. However, there were two other ways that you could take advantage of your 401k through your employer. One was that there was a loan that you could take out on your 401k. It had to be repaid in 3 years from deductions from your paycheck. And at the moment, it's a 7% interest rate that you would pay to borrow this money. So it was a maximum of $25,000 that could be withdrawn and borrowed. And you would pay a 7% interest on that 25,000 on a declining scale as you paid it off every 2 weeks through your paycheck, whatever it was, with a maximum 3 year time frame that it has to be paid out. So you did borrow 25 grand. You got to pay 8,333, 800, yeah, $8,333 a year in principal. Three times that is $25,000. And plus the interest as it declines. And so I'm guessing the interest would be something like an average of $85 a month additional, and divide 8,300 into 12 payments monthly. At the very least, we're talking about not quite 700, probably be about $775 a month you'd have to pay back, which if you did this every 2 weeks, you'd be paying half of that, or 370, 300 something a month, a week, 300 something dollars every 2 weeks towards this loan. But you would then have $25,000 in cash that you can now do with as you please. Now, for some folks, this is an emergency fund for a medical issue, or it's a paying down of maybe a major credit card and getting rid of a $500 a month payment and replacing it with a payment to yourself, that kind of thing. But for some folks, they were thinking, well, I could take that 25 grand and I could put that into my brokerage account, and I can buy deep in the money calls with that. For example, GameStop, that at $1,000 a contract, buying these January 10s, for example, on average, if I bought 20 of them with 25 grand, had a little money left over, I could write 20 calls. If I wrote 20 calls at $4 a call, I bring in 8 grand right there, and let those depreciate down to 4 grand, buy them back and write new calls for 8 grand, and start bringing in this money, and slowly but surely buying more deep in the money calls to raise my deep in the money call inventory. This is the discussion we had last night. We're tossing this around back and forth. The other issue was, well, we could, instead of taking a loan against your 401k, you could do a hardship withdrawal. And I think the maximum was 50,000 you could withdraw, but you had to have a 20% tax on that, which would give you $40,000. But now you're not replacing any of that money back into your 401k at all. But you'd have access to 40 grand, and now you'd work the 40. And then the other option was another one, and that was, well, if you quit your job, if you quit that employer and you join another employer, you can now transfer that 401k into an IRA that you can self-manage, and you've joined another firm that may or may not have a retirement plan. Hopefully it does. And of course, obviously, if you can make the move where you go to another firm and get more money because you can't get a raise out of your existing people, maybe that's the best of all worlds. You go to another company, make way more money per month, per year, have a better retirement plan there than what you had here. You get your hands on what's in your 401k, put that into an IRA that you now self-manage, have your new day job, and you're managing all of your wealth, that you've amassed through that plan, and you've got a better paying gig. That's a win-win-win-win, isn't it? We talked about this last night on this primetime show. It went around and around and around. It was a very interesting discussion. It really, really was. Anyway, there it is. What else? Credit Savage, let us let you borrow your own money. Give us 7% now. That's thievery. I recommend taking out a loan at 0 by using your credit card limit as collateral. They usually charge 3 or 4%, 12 months, 0 APR. Remember though that this deal, the 7%, is actually paid to you. You actually pay that to your own self. And so you are actually you're paying yourself the 7% interest. So your IRA actually grows by 7% interest on that money that it lent out to you, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm just curious. Hector, Uncle Bruce, you are very valuable. You're a very valuable commodity to my finances. You keep a hectic pace. I want you to avoid burnout. concern yourself with good health and decent quality of life be available to us long term. Hector, that's a very kind comment. I appreciate thinking about me. I thank you all very much. And Jen and I are doing the best we can. We love it here. We find that we're very relaxed here. We're very much enjoying life. We love going to our pool and jacuzzi area at least 4 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. And I love the fact that I get both of my shows done. And by the time it's 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, I'm in that hot tub bubbling away and getting all loosened up from all the comments from Hector and Credit Savage and Bobby Joe and Alberto and Beach Boy and DQ and everybody else. I get all that goes away because I just get to relax. And I'm calm and I'm all fine now. So being here, it's good. It's good therapy. But I wouldn't be here. Thank you, Alberto. I wouldn't be here unless there was an Alberto here, and if there was a Bama Babe, and if there wasn't the Credit Savage and Who Cares and everyone else, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd be stuck in Calgary. Who knows what I'd be doing up there? I wouldn't be near a hot tub. I wouldn't be near a pool. I'd be miserable. So thank you for all of you and all of your thoughts and everything else. It's fantastic. Credit Savage. Oh, I didn't know that. Makes more sense. Yeah, definitely take out the loan. I see. Yes, Credit Savage. We learn something new every day, don't we? I listening to this comment last night, this talk about these 401ks and IRAs. I'm not a tax guy, as I've said a million times, but this kind of makes sense. There's some of this makes a lot of sense. The one that makes the most sense to me is switching employers and getting your hands on your own money. that one screams at me. There are folks who watch this show and who are on this channel and who've been here and who will arrive here who probably don't know it. They don't realize it, but they have enough assets now in their 401ks. The value of their 401ks could be converted into self-managed IRAs. They could live comfortably on their option revenues. Or they're in a position where they take their 401ks, move them to an IRA. They have 10 more years of work left to go. And in this last 10 years, they could take that IRA of theirs and grow it to a level that they'd never imagined, because they're looking at historical returns right now on their 401ks. And they're going, well, 4 to 6% is what we're getting here. And we had a bad year last year. And doesn't look like retirement's going to be all that great. Well, now you change it all around. You run it yourself. There's no management fees paid to anybody to manage your money. You are your manager, and you're writing options with this gang here, and you're building your portfolio dramatically. And in the next 5-10 years, your 401k, your IRA grows to a level you've never thought possible. And now you realize, my God, when I do retire and I start taking out so much money every year, or every month, however I do it, I'm making more. There's more going in. That thing is growing a bit faster than I can take the money out. This will outlive me, finally. And that's what you need to know. It's what you have to have. Social Security comes in, that's spending money. The pension money coming in is more than survival money. This is what it's all about. So yeah, we learn something new every day. It's amazing. Uncle Bruce, I need you for a long time. Thank you. Samuel, Uncle Bruce, you'd be surprised how many people care about you on here. It's a beautiful morning and time to make the donuts. Rock and roll, buddy. Uncle Bruce, Hector is watching your back. He does not want you to overdo things. I think that's what it says. Thank you, Alex. Honestly, the advice I give most people is ETFs on a robo, because most people won't be able to handle options well. Hector, Bama Babe, it's early days in the legend of Uncle Bruce. Just pity those who sit in silence. They are the unwashed. Alex, my ETF portfolio was at 40% plus at the peak, currently at 25% due to the down market. Yikes. Lorraine, Hector, like the rest of us, is watching your back. JR, Bobby Joe, yes, that the fact has been discussed here many times. One just has to buy stock and write covered calls on it. A slower method to leverage up, but it still works. White Feather, I'd like to keep you around for a while yet too, Uncle Bruce. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate this. Kind words as always. Folks, thank you for being here today, joining in on the discussion. Thank you for these thumbs ups, everybody. We're going to go now to member-only commentary. Please become a member if you could. If it's possible, join us. If you can make the Gold Bagel level, that would be beautiful. If you make the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level, fabulous. You can comment during market trading time. We love you, and thanks again for those of you who are subscribing to this channel, those of you who are lurking and hanging around, those of you who are becoming members and joining in, and then of those of you who are letting everyone know how long you've been a member. I think a week from now is a huge day. A week from now is a massive, huge day as Nate V comes in as a new member. Thank you, Nate. How you doing there, pal? Welcome to our little party here. Uh, yeah, listen, Lame Duck says, I borrowed money on my 401 a while ago, working to pay off credit cards and put on a new roof. You pay yourself back. I wish I knew about writing options then. JR, okay, Alberta, we're back on. Joe K, good morning, all. Number 121, Nav V. Nate V is a new member. Welcome, Nate, to the channel. It's great to have you here. Thank you all for being part of this channel and joining in with us. It is so appreciated. It's what keeps us going. A week from now is a big deal because on the 16th of March, that will mark 2 years since we started offering memberships to viewers. It was March 16th, 2021 that I offered up memberships for this channel. And Nate, you're coming in just short of the 2-year mark, man. It's great to have you. Folks will welcome you here. Joe says, welcome. Amen. Let's go, says Alberta. DQ, amen. Member for 1 year, 11 months, 17 days. Alberta, welcome, Nate. Amy, Nate, welcome. Nazareth, number 125. Maria, welcome, Nate. DQ, hey, welcome there, Nate. Alberto, DQ, same here. Samuel, sick at home making money as weak as I am. It doesn't take much to click a button and make that moolah. Giddy up. Nate, I'm reviewing my membership. I'm renewing it, but great to be back. And JR, way to go, Nate. You are now a member. Snob. Flint Creek, I can't believe I have listened faithfully over 2 years. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Yeah, coming up January 2021 is when I started this live presentation almost daily during market hours. Unbelievable how time flies when you're having fun. 127 thumbs ups have come in, everybody. Thank you very much. Keep them flying in here. I appreciate it. It's great. We're a minute away from opening the day up here, waiting for Nate, waiting for our man Larry Titus to hit the bells. Fantastic. Welcome one and welcome all to the party. We're getting ready to start things off, and let's see how much money can be made today, Thursday, March the 9th, 2023. A sky high kite, original Chillin' member, 2-year lurker, recent Gold Bagel member. A membership has its privileges. Right on, man. Fantastic. You know it. JR, you get the early morning trade alert and the Wednesday evening primetime show where we discuss stuff Uncle Bruce is talking about now. It's good stuff. Larry Titus, here's the bells. Bang, 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 baby. We're up and we're running. Woohoo! Thanks, Larry. We're in business. And let's see what this market is going to deliver us. JR, dem be the bells. JG, Grand Rising. Uncle Bruce been a member since the beginning. We've all grown so much and still so much to learn. Thank you, sir, ma'am, all of you. Flint Creek, ding dong. We're ready to go. DQ, thank you, Larry Titus. Bama, babe. You know I'm a 2-year, don't you? Oh, I do. I do indeed. And I thank you all for the loyalty of this channel. And hopefully it has helped make you money. That is what just makes me so happy that you folks are in a position here to make some dough and change your lives. Financial lives have been altered forever in a very positive way. George, Sebastian, I've been listening since the Squeeze Talk. Bruce used to be on for 8 hours and got thousands of likes. Yes, at the very beginning, it was crazy times. It was all about GameStop, all about AMC, all about BlackBerry, all about these other meme stocks. It was just insanity. Wall Street Bets and Reddit, and it was crazy. And I was answering questions like, what's a market order? What's a stop loss order? What's a limit order? How do you enter a trade? What brokerage firms can I trade in? Is TD better than Fidelity? Really basic stuff. And uh, not too long after that, I began to talk about writing options, and I realized by the spring I have to make classes. I've got to get classes made for people to really catch the drift of the basics and understand the markets, the option markets. And so July of 2021 started producing classes and a website. And my daughter and her pal frantically were building a website for me while I was getting ready to start classes, and I was holding off my first class because I was ready to do it. And my daughter said, "We're not ready yet. We're not. No, you gotta wait for the website. We gotta get it up." And so another few days later, and then finally she said, "Okay, let's test it. Test it. Yes, this works. This works. Okay, make your first class." And we did class number one, and a few weeks later we did class number two, to great reviews, and we popped them up on the website, and here we are. Here we are 2 years later. Well, it's going to be 2 years this July that we created the beginning of the classes. Now there are 14 of them for you to enjoy, and the website is where you head, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Simple. The Canadian-based website, there it is right there, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. And check it out. Check out the 14 classes. Start with number one and learn all about option writing and how you can change your life forever by getting away from being dependent on your paycheck only to survive. It might be a way for many of you out there. Writing options is going to do only a couple of things. It's only going to supplement your income, or it's going to allow you to build the value of your IRA on your own to a much better performance level than you're getting now. And that's all you're happy with that. You're quite happy with your gig. You have your own company, you're self-employed, whatever you're doing. And this is just enhancing your lives. And hey, fabulous. You're happy, I'm happy. But for others of you, this has become the game changer. This has become the fork in the road where, okay, I've been on this track and I see where it's going. I can see the future of this trail. But here's this trail over here, and I can see where I'm headed up here. I'm making the shift. I'm going to take these classes from this guy. I'm going to have one-on-one consultations with him. I'm following him every day, and I'm going to change the trajectory of our finances completely. And it's going to ultimately result in saying goodbye to the day job and my fellow employees. And it's going to say hello to self-employment, world travel, of complete freedom from financial pressure. And it's happening. It's been happening here already. We've had viewers on this channel who have out and out said, "You've changed my life," and we are traveling, and we're taking our kids traveling. I mean, I would have been happy just be financially better off, but it's way more than that. Now we're traveling with our children to destinations we never thought we'd go. Instead of staying at the Motel 6, we're staying at the Hilton. We're really happy with the lifestyle we're getting. Some of you are not with children. Either you're empty nesters or you haven't had kids yet. You've changed your trajectory completely. Total different trajectory and plan for the financial future. And your friends and colleagues are still where they were. And you now realize, good Lord, in the next 5-10 years, what we're going to be doing versus what they're going to be doing is going to be completely different, because you're going to be at a higher level financially, and you can afford to do much more, much sooner. And or those of you who are older have realized we are going to survive. Oh, we're going to make it. We don't have to move into the basement of our kids' house. Thank God for that. Or they've got a double wide and we got to get our own double wide. We are going to have our own lives. Thank you very much. We're not going to be dependent on anybody. And those Social Security checks, that's additional money. That's not survival. That's just extra money. Oh, thank God. We found this guy just in time and we learned how this works. And I tell you, it's really gratifying. It really is. Thank you, everybody. What else is going on? Jr. Okay, it's off to the showers to get ready for a 2-day sub job. What a deal! Watch high school kids do schoolwork, trade options, earn 175 bucks a day doing this. Life is good. Have a great day, everybody. Don't let the political shills and madness distract y'all from what we are doing here for it. Make that dinero dollars, dollars, dollars. Lorraine, JR, good luck with those kids. George, 175 a day on top of your real job. Nice going. Spicy, can you hear that sound of retirement coming closer? Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Giddy up. Way to go, you guys. We're up 152 on the Dow Jones to start the morning. That little green wave has kicked in here. We're up 13 on S&P. We're up 26 on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 0.27, about a quarter of a point. S&P is up a third of a point. Dow is up 0.44 of a percentage point. Oil up 68 cents at 77.34. That's where we're at right now. Okay. Let's see. Lorraine, JR, catch up with us on your prep. GameStop 18.20 up 3 cents. SoFi 6.52 up 5 cents. Tesla 182.89, 89-cent gain at the moment. Can it have a run, or will it go lower? That is the question right now. 182.89 up 89 cents. Hardly a ringing endorsement of richness happening here. I wonder if we will back off as the morning wears on. We'll find out, kids. We'll find out. 182.93 and the high of the morning, 183.14. Alrighty. What else is going on here? There we go. And weekly jobless claims. I think we came through here. Let me see if I can find this. Hang on. What did they say about the weekly jobless gains? There's this, there's that. And GM stock slips after disclosing voluntary separation program resulting in $1.5 billion employee separation charges. Oops. Biden budget, tax the wealthy, lower the deficit. There you go. It's pretty simple. $400,000 a year in earnings. You're going to pay more taxes. Okay. I think 98% of America doesn't make $400,000 a year. So it's really not applicable to a lot of people. But anyway, they're going to scream about it. You know what it is. Where are we at? Where are we at here? What are we at? Where is that thingy about the thingy? Why can't I find the thingy about the thingy? May it came out. Oh, it probably came out over here. I'll find it. U.S. jobless claims hit highest level since Christmas. U.S. jobless claims climbed 21,000 to 211,000. That seems to be the headline that came out. The market liked it, I guess, because if more people are seeking unemployment, that might be a sign of a slowing economy, which means the interest rates won't go as high to slow down the economy. See, this is how this is. See how that works? So bad news is good news. See, well, we'll figure out. We'll see if that works out or not. Tesla up 142 now at 183.42. The Dow up 151, I think, at le moment. GameStop holding an 8-cent gain. SoFi up 4. Apple up 94 cents. We've got Unity Software at 29.94, up 45 cents. And we got HPQ down 4 cents. ATIP is at 32.1, down 1.3. Google is up 45. Moderna's up 22. Cisco's up 22. Pfizer's up 16 cents. IBM's up 13. These are small moves. Microsoft up 251. ME is up 4.5. Matterport up 6.5. Cyxtera down a nickel. Rocket Lab down a penny. SmartRent down 17. Spire down 2.8. Now, SmartRent, yeah, that is what it's doing. 97,000 on SmartRent. Kind of weird that it would be lower, but it is. Somebody's selling, obviously, and that's what's going on. Down 20 cents. Spire down 5.5 cents at 88 cents right now. Bed Bath Beyond is up 2 cents. They must be doing more layoffs. Amazon up 96. Home Depot up $2. Netflix down $2. Vanik down 11 cents. Adobe down 33. Goldman is up 214. Boeing is up 154. Facebook, Meta up $3. AMC is mixed. Common stock down and preferreds are up, and we're unchanged. Royal Caribbean down $1.04 to 71.16. Carvana down 3. Robinhood up 15. BlackBerry up 1.5. A Target up 44 cents, JP Morgan down a buck 12, Costco is up 264, Walmart up 44 cents, Disney up 36 cents to 99.66, Nvidia down 81 cents, and American Airlines down 11 cents. That's where we're at the moment, with a 137 gain on the Dow Jones. GameStop now showing 1 penny gain at 18.18 a share, with SoFi up 1 penny and Tesla up 115. Tentative start, not a big rush to quality, not a mega buy everything as while you can, because this is all working out for us. You got this initial thinking that, oh, well, if jobless claims go up, maybe interest rates won't go as high. And then the thinking is, well, wait a minute, jobless claims go up because the economy is slowing down. And that means worse earnings. What the hell are stocks going up for? It is kind of one of those, oh yeah, gee, I forgot. We shouldn't really get all excited about a slowing economy, because a slowing economy means tougher times for people. Yeah, there might be more layoffs and more hardship and lower this and lousier that. Why should the market be better? Oh, okay. It's one of those delayed reaction things, initial knee-jerk reaction, and then realization of, wait a minute, let's see what's really going to happen here. Okay, let's go. George Sebastian put in a stink bid at the 940. Now GameStop needs to dip, or should I raise it to get the options and sell to immediately? What are your thoughts? Look, you don't have to be in a hurry. I mean, look at GameStop. It's 18.20. It's up 3 cents here. 1806 to 1838 is a spread. If you're in the ball game, you're in the ball game. And then when you get these, if you get one or whatever, and then you're going to write calls, you're going to put in stink offers and maximize your return. So don't overdo it. Just relax. Just relax. 134 on the Dow. We're up 150, 160. Now we're only at 134. We could be going down already. It's all good. It's fine. Down goes Netflix. Down goes Netflix, says JJ. Dude, I was here back in 2021. The chat was pretty crazy, but it was also fun to hang with Uncle Bruce. Back then, the shows were often the whole market day. Is that because you got so many donations, Uncle Bruce? Well, it was also early days. I didn't know. Having not done the live shows before on this channel had 2,000 subscribers in January, like December, January in 2021. By the end of March, we had 106,000 subscribers, or middle of March. So, it went from 2,000 subscribers to 106,000 subscribers. It was nuts. But there were millions of people stuck at home who were looking for guidance on what to do, and they were investing a couple of $100 a month into the stock market, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, and or they were taking control of their 401ks and through IRAs, but they didn't know what they were doing. And the platforms out there were trying to get people to come on in and gamble away their retirements, and there were people that are desperately seeking some common sense, plain English talk to help them understand what the hell was going on. Now, I will admit, there was no question about it. The donations that came in to this YouTuber in appreciation for people appreciating the straight talk was pretty phenomenal. And believe me, I didn't ignore it. It was very gratifying to have that happen, and motivating, to say the least, to keep right on going. And so my thinking was, well, if you guys are going to pay me this kind of money to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. And so that's how it kind of evolved at that point in time. But every dog has its day. I mean, we had a 2-month run of craziness, and then things began to settle down. And eventually, a lot of people who were following me, not knowing what I was about, began to realize this guy doesn't talk about every stock going to the moon. He talks about possibilities, but he also talks about the other side. There's the dark side of the market, and he talks about that. And for some folks, they don't want to hear about that kind of stuff. They only want to hear good times. They only want to hear about how you're going to make me a millionaire because I'm a failure and everything else. So can you please fix all my mistakes by helping me take $1,000 and turning it into $1 million right away? That would make all my problems go away. And when I couldn't come up with that solution and never promised I would, and other YouTubers who may have indicated they can show you a better way didn't deliver, people began to leave YouTube on the investment side. They began to realize that there are certain people you want to listen to and certain people you're going to avoid. And I kept my core audience who wanted to follow plain English market explanations and then eventually writing options. Um, that there, here you are. But there are others who are gone. They don't exist anymore. There are channels that just are gone, and shows you how many millions of fewer people there are watching YouTube channels to learn how the stock market works. And obviously, people have gone back to work. That's the other thing that's happened. We're back to an economy that's up and running again, traveling again, and everything else. And so everything shifts and everything goes through, changes. There you go. Let's see. Who cares says, does a poor man cover call on Unity make sense? My guess is the downward trend will continue on the price. Makes me think I would need a very deep in the money option. Well, I talked about that yesterday. We talked about contracts that are deep in the money on Unity. I specifically mentioned picking up January 15s, January 2024 15s, or January 2024 12 and a halves, and then writing August $30 contracts for top dollar, if I got my bearings correct. And folks were following me on this yesterday and day before yesterday. And so you may want to look at that. Who cares? You may want to check that out. Coyote, it's amazing what incoming money can do for your energy and stamina levels. George, at one point you had over 100,000 subs. Does the analytics tell you how many unique addresses visit you currently? I don't know about that. I don't look into it. We are now at 81,000 or something like that. My hunch is that I really only have about 20,000 viewers. Most channels have a quarter of what they think they have. You might see a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers and go, "Oh wow, these guys are huge." They got 250,000 followers. Take a quarter of mine, 20 plus thousand. Anyone with 350,000, they got 70,000 active followers, and then it goes from there. It's like really active is maybe 1 to 2 to 3%, like really, and then pretty hardcore up to 10%, and then from 10 to 30%. I like the guy, and then from 30 to 80%, I watch him once in a while. 80 to 100%, I watch once a month. Typical. This is normal. This is YouTube. This is absolutely normal. You take a look at your own YouTube favorites that you have, all of your whoever you've subscribed to, and you'll probably go through your subscription list and go, "Oh, I haven't watched the video from those guys for a long time." You'll quickly figure out there's only about 4 or 5 channels you really watch, and that's the same with my patterns over the years. Completely normal. The difference for this channel, I guess, one of the good things for this channel, I guess, is people are making money on average following this YouTuber. They're making money and they stick around a long time, because when you've got a winning formula, why change it? Now, I love Casey Neistat. I love Casey, but he's not on every day anymore. He used to be a daily blogger. Now he doesn't do that. He's doing a video once every 2 or 3 weeks. But I catch up on this channel from time to time. He's got 12 million subscribers, world famous as a YouTuber. But I got 80,000. But I don't do what Casey does. I do what I do. Casey does what he does. And we have our demographics and our followings and our methods and how we do what we do. I'm live 3 times a day. Today I'll be live 3 times already for the pre-alert, this show, and this afternoon show. There it is. Some of us have different schedules, of course. Who cares says, thanks, Bruce. I missed the show yesterday. I really appreciate it. Smoked Dog, AMC popping to 70, turned a lot of people away after months of Uncle Bruce saying to sell, but that was a crazy squeeze out of nowhere. And now look at AMC. That's it. What is your largest age group demographic? 34 to 54, something in that neighborhood. I have 3 demographics that are close. About 85% of my viewers are 30 to 60, like in that neighborhood, or 30 to 65. And that's where 85% of them are. And then I have fringe on either side of that. And let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Amy, Uncle Bruce, I have some deep in the money January 2024 Rolex calls that I'm up 70% on. Of course, I have calls written on these that are down 30%. Would you somehow lock in that deep in the money profit? I'm fuzzy on rolling deep in the money calls. Well, yeah, I mean, when you buy back your short term calls, you could sell your deep in the money calls and buy not so deep in the money calls, and bring in some cash that way. Obviously, you're selling these calls for this price and you're buying these calls for this price, and you keep the difference. And then write new calls. But you've got all this pre-calculated. You'll already know, when I sell off my deep in the money whatevers, I'm going to buy these deep in the money calls instead. And the difference should be about this much money or whatever it is, so many calls. It might allow you to buy an additional deep in the money call because of the difference in cash that you have in your hand. However, you work it, and then you'll write new calls on the whole batch of deep in the money calls. And new position, everything is done in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you've completely rolled over everything and you're back in business. There you go. Let's see. Here are winners stick together with winners, says Splair. There you go. Karim, I'm subscribed to about 20 channels. I only watch you and three others every day. George, I only watch one. Guess who that is? I wonder who that is. Give me a minute. Splair, sounds like I'm really rare here, but to be honest, most of friends in my age have no clue about investing and they just party hard. That is normal. That is completely normal. Yeah, it's after a while. Splair, I know that feeling, says Nick. That is absolutely the normalcy. No question about it. Absolutely no doubt about that at all. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Thank you all for being around and hanging out with this guy. We are now sitting on the thumbs up meter of 141. Thank you very much for 141 thumbs. We've got the Dow up 148, 150 or so. S&P is up 20 points. Nasdaq's up 69.49, and that's 0.6%, 0.5 for the S&P and 0.46 for the Dow. So the Dow no longer leads the market higher. It's Nasdaq followed by S&P, and we're back to what looks normal here. The question here is this a buy wave of serious proportions, or will this buy wave run out of gas in the next 30 to 40 minutes, 1 hour? We have a good start to the day, kind of, but not a rip-roaring good start. It's just stronger, but not incredibly stronger. We have lost points this week. That was off more like 600 until this morning. 138 gain is nice, but this isn't going to salvage the Dow for the week. How is this going to work out? This is Thursday already, and we're on a down week again. The GameStop is unchanged at $18.17, and yet the Dow is up 138. It's not, the GameStop is not being affected in a positive way by the Dow at all. And now we're down 3 cents on GameStop. SoFi is up 2, Tesla's up 190, Apple up 123, Unity is up 16 cents, HBQ is up a nickel, ATIP down 1.3 cents, Google up 93, Moderna's up 18 cents, Cisco's up 45, Pfizer's up 12, IBM is up 1 penny, Microsoft up 426, ME down 2, ME up 2, Matterport up 3.5, Cyxtera down 3, Rocket Lab looks like it's pretty well unchanged, 0.2 of a penny differential. Smart Rent still down 24 cents at $2.50 a share. Smart Rent is at the low of was 246, now at 250 on 176,000. I don't know what's going on. Spire 89.6 cents, down 3.9. Bed Bath Beyond is up 5.5. Amazon is up 154. Home Depot up 222. Netflix down 46 cents. Vanik up 130, Adobe up 246, Goldman up 282, Boeing up 77, Meta up 264, AMC down 2, Apes are up 4, Royal Caribbean down $1, Carvana up 18 cents, Robinhood up 11, Bed Bath Beyond, or BlackBerry, pardon me, up 3 cents. Yeah, Target up 12, JP Morgan down $2, Costco down is up to 30, Walmart up a dime, Disney up 24, Nvidia up 92 cents, American Airlines down 4 cents. So we got 127 gain on the Dow, and GameStop now down 8 cents at 18.10. And Tesla got up to a high here of, let me take a look for you. Tesla made it up to 185.18. It has lost $1.13 from that. Is now still ahead $2 at 184.05. And that's the story on Tesla this morning. In the pre-market, we were at 176. We were $8 lower than where we are now in the pre-market for a while. So people in the pre-market were not feeling good about Tesla today, and the stock now is 184. Will it give up $8 as the day wears on? That is the question. Are the pre-market traders correct in assuming that this stock is going to slump? Not yet, they say. Not yet, but we'll be here to watch it. Let's see what gives, everybody. It is we got what we got right now, folks. I don't know. Okay, what else is going on? The Credit Savage says, all right, my stink bids triggered. Almost the low, got 10 Roblex, RBLX, $40 puts expiring next Friday for 85 cents. I know, Uncle Bruce, I know, but I'm getting in and out of this trade by the afternoon. Already got an ask of 135 for this thing. Manager number 141, thumbs up. George, Savage, go baby. Splitter, probably we can't judge them, but isn't it better to party with a reason? There you go. Bama Babe, when I start my morning, I pour my turmeric and ginger root tea in my Uncle Bruce mug. I put on my Uncle Bruce t-shirt and ball cap, and I start my morning at the computer. What a way to start the day. Now we're talking. Dude, for me, I watch Uncle Bruce every stream. I'm hardcore too. There's a few other shows I watch regularly, but most are weekly or semi-weekly. George, party on, Splair. Alberto, the credit. Get that moolah, buddy. Manager, March 17, watch for the tank. Matthew, I just watch Uncle Bruce, but from time to time I watch a video from AMC folks saying that the mother of all short squeezes is right around the corner. They have been saying that since AMC squeezed. Like our Yoko Ono party a year ago. Okay, the only reason was probably that we all found it together. Dude, I came for GameStop, but I stayed for Uncle Bruce and Yoko. George, when Uncle Bruce was playing Yoko and dancing, I was driving. It was difficult to stay between the lines. George, Matthew, the GameStop people still believe too. Splair, this is the way, dude. George, that they are memories worth to stay here longer. George, Splair, using that Redditor lingo, ape. That's right. Using the lingo. The Dow's up 134, 137. GameStop down 3 cents. SoFi up 2. Tesla 183.38 up 138, slipping. We're backing up. Apple up 135. Unity up 29. HBQ up 6. Cheers to all of you from around the world that watch this channel. Great to have you. What's your high temperature going to be? Where are you, and what's your high temperature going to be today? Here in Palm Desert, California, let me tell you what we got. I'll lead it off. Right now we're at 52, headed for 77 today. Absolutely fantastic. Pure sunshine today. Tomorrow 72, Saturday 77 again, Sunday 79, Monday 80. Monday, next Tuesday, 77, Wednesday, 75, Thursday, 74, Friday, 74, Saturday, 75. It's great. It's glorious. Mid-70s or higher. We're loving life here. What's it like where you are? And let me know.
Are you wallowing in the nice weather?
I try to. Bama Babe says, yeah, I miss the Yoko and crud in the mouse. Dean, I watch hockey and Uncle Bruce, that's it. Splair, it just makes me feel nostalgic. Hector, Yoko, oh no. George, Sean, you need to add curling to the rotation there.
That's right.
How you doing, Annie Jan?
We're doing okay.
You're enjoying the Brier, the men's championships. Of
Alberta
course.
team is playing this morning.
Alberta.
Against Quebec.
Yeah, there you go. How are they doing? Are they 5-1 or something, or
Botcher is 5-1.
5-1?
Yeah.
The round robin play happens. We have 10 provinces, 3 territories, I guess, or
Mhm.
13 teams, 14 teams.
Yeah, the Yukon Territory and Nunavut are in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys are playing
And
curling.
then 3 wild cards.
3 wild cards. That's for the ratings, baby.
That's Botcher.
TV ratings.
Botcher's a wild card.
Yep, bringing in more TV
Because
watchers.
their rankings are so high.
Sure.
They deserve to be there.
Plus, you have Tim Hortons advertising and Canadian Tire advertising and Royal Bank advertising. You need the money,
No,
baby.
you don't have Royal Bank. You have BK Tires. You have some seed company.
Seed company.
And unfortunately, it's the same ads.
Same ads.
Not the Tim Hortons, but everything else is the same ads that we had for the Scotties. So take the Scotties out, put the Tim Hortons in. It's exactly the same.
It is mind-numbing. These advertisers, they're so cheap on their budgets. They have one ad that they just run and run and run.
Oh, and they've run it for years.
And they do it for years.
It's the same one for
it drives
the
viewers up the wall.
Yeah.
It actually works against these guys. If they would spend some dough and have different scripts and hire some copywriters.
Or maybe just, change the music, change the words, do something.
Anything, the same. I hate it when the same commercials run all the time.
All the time.
It is what it is. Anyway, what are you gonna do?
Tesla 183.
Yes. 183.16, 183.12. It got up to 185 something, but couldn't hold it.
Okay.
We were 176 in the pre-market for a while. I'm waiting for that to happen again.
Okay.
The Dow is up 120, was up 160.
What comes out today?
What did come out today was unemployment claims.
Okay.
They went up today, 21,000. The market viewed that positively.
Oh, was that down from the previous number?
Up. It's actually worse economic news, and the market went up because of it.
Okay.
Interest rate fears are not so great when the economy is slowing down.
Oh.
The Fed might not raise rates so much.
Except
for the last 2 days, what did you hear? We're going to raise rates.
Right.
Yeah. So 20,000 change in the unemployment claims report isn't going to change the Fed's strategy one iota. It's all psychological. The market is desperate for any good news. Any good news. Just give me something I can hang my hat on. So right now the market's going to have a little party for an hour, and then it's going to lose all its gas.
And then it's going to go,
and we're going to go into the red.
That's not really good.
I think this is a dead cat bounce, and it's unfortunate. But hey, it's an opportunity to write contracts for some of you out there who are writing contracts. That's all I have to say.
You're sounding a little nasally. Did my cold get to you?
I'm a little stuffed this morning.
Me too.
We're going to go to the pool later today, I think.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are. Oh, yeah.
Spread the love.
We're going to give it everybody else. That's right. They're going to give everybody else our cold. Oh,
this isn't like a steam room where everything runs. It's
the great outdoors. And usually we're at these places ourselves. Very rarely are there other people there, or they're in loungers way over there.
They're in the loungers.
Way over there. So it's pretty roomy and pretty nice. And kind of nice to get into the
those 3 young women I wanted to choke.
Oh, we won't talk about that. Let's not go there. No.
Just a few days before International Women's Day.
No, let's not go there. Oh, Jen was all riled up. Oh.
Just.
That's a 1-hour discussion we shouldn't have. No, we shouldn't do that. Oh, my goodness.
Let's just say they're going to university or college to get an MRS degree. Yeah.
An MRS degree.
Yeah. Yeah. They're looking for a husband. And then they're going to stay home and be Stepford wives. Raise perfect girl children.
I don't want to go there.
It's so exciting. I want to stab them with a fork.
I just don't want to go there. Please help me. I'm trapped. I'm blinking twice. Help me.
Send help.
Send help.
So has anybody received their postcard yet?
Oh, yeah. Has anyone received your postcards? Did anyone get your postcards yet? I don't know. Credit Savage saying brisk 44 degrees here in San Francisco. This weather is unprecedented. It snowed in the area last week. That's not supposed to happen. George, right. Southern Indiana, 35 currently, 51 high. I'm going to take it. Option Nomads, Milwaukee, winter storm hitting tonight, 4 to 6 inches of heavy, wet snow coming in.
Oh,
Oscar Davila, 147 thumbs up. Splair TV, good morning, Jen. Maria Powell, Columbia and Saluda, South Carolina, 62 to 70 for the highs this week. Beautiful here. Mirko, Auntie Jen knows her commercials. Moon Shadows, Nashville, 59 and cloudy. Splairs, 37.4 Fahrenheit, while it is very rainy after a snow day we had yesterday. That's Dortmund. George Sebastian, has Jen ever participated in curling? I imagine it's the Canadian version of cornhole.
I can't believe you call it that game. Yes, when I was young, I come from a large family, so we would just need to get like one more person, and we would have enough to curl. And for those of you who have never curled, it looks easy, and the game really is easy. But the next day you roll out of bed because your butt and your legs are not happy. And this is like a 9-year-old doing it.
And for your hips, not good.
Oh no, I did this as a child.
Oh, as a child, of course.
As a child.
This explains what I inherited. This is what I get.
Curling is great fun though. Where else, especially in my family, where else do you get to yell at your siblings? We couldn't yell at each other.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Curling's a great game. I highly encourage you to give it a try.
Clovis, California will have a high of 60, but rainy all day, says Karen. Coyote stuffed. I don't know what that means. George, my stink bit hit 2 at 9:40. Now I'm own 6 at 9:96 on those deep in the money calls. Way to go there, Coyote. What's that? Nothing.
We're letting it pass.
Splair, did Jen really say spread the love? Had instantly now a bad picture in my head. Mirko, and if there are other people who are skilled in scaring them away, Coyote, Jen, I know that feeling. I'm always riled up. Maria, fork stabber, A&P Jen, laughing out loud.
That's right.
Coyote, Bruce is like, let's change the subject back to abuse. That is preferable. Bama Babe, GameStop offers buyouts to GM offer a majority of U.S. salaried workers, CNBC headlines. John Anderson, hello, Jen, lame duck. St. Louis is where I am, and it's 44 degrees, and it's raining in St. Louis.
Go back to that GM thing. They're offering
General
buyouts.
Motors offering a majority salaried workers are offering buyouts. They're trying to reduce. They're trying to.
Does that mean they're getting rid of salaried workers and they're bringing consultant?
I don't know.
Time?
Who knows?
Yes.
Double D, Central Texas 60s, bringing the rain tonight. Maria Powell, Bama Babe. Wow. George Sebastian, I made him laugh. Next goal is to make Coke come out of his nose. Beach Boy. Hi there, Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. Hope you liked the clip I mailed you the other email. I got it. It. Hector, Mexican East Coast, Uncle Bruce, 29 degrees. Dude, 49 Fahrenheit and dropping in Nashville. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
And
welcome all.
on, your humidity levels, it just makes it feel cooler, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is very true. There we go. And we'll back over to here. Thank you all for letting me know what your temperature are where you're living. Like I say, 77 here today.
It's a beautiful day. And after the show, you know what we're doing? Harvesting lemons.
We have a lemon tree outside.
Aren't you going to sing it?
Aren't you going to sing it?
Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet.
You want me to sing it like Yoko?
No. No. Yes, we're going to harvest more lemons.
Harvest more lemons and make lemon juice.
I have bags of, you put them in the ice cube tray, and then you can just pop them in drinks and stuff. It's very handy. And these are Myers lemons. These are so nice.
So sweet. They're
very lovely.
They're actually very nice.
But they, for some reason, all want to ripen at the same time. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird. Well,
it's so weird.
Funny how fruit wants to be harvested all together at the same time. Wow.
We're going to do more lemons.
Well, Amy J is saying Orlando is sunny and 73. Next time your heat goes out, come over and visit us here. Testy Donkey, Sheffield, UK here. Currently 0 Celsius with about 6 inches of snow in
No.
Sheffield. Testy
Is that
Donkey,
normal?
or 10 inches if you ask my wife. TJ, Cornhole is an unfortunate name. High of 54
Yeah.
here in Vancouver.
Unfortunate.
It's an unfortunate name. What's cooking, Wendy? Kingston Trio, go Jen.
Kingston Trio. That's right. There you go.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Please help me. Just you don't encourage her. She'll start singing. She's gonna start singing Jim Reeves' greatest hit.
Hit.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, how dare you? Oh,
Jim
yes.
Reeves.
Jim Reeves. He's a classic. He was a superstar.
I have his Christmas album.
Oh God.
It's another one of those where it's not Christmas till you play Jim Reeves.
Oh.
But we start with Maddie
Oh.
Pryor.
Oh.
There no Maddie Pryor.
Maddie Pryor. Oh.
Tapestry.
Oh, Maddie
I
Pryor.
love that album.
Oh.
That's Christmas.
Oh.
Old English. There's nothing like Christmas carols with a penny pipe and bagpipes.
Oh, there's nothing that's going to make you want July 4th more than listening to Maddie Pryor at Christmas.
But I infected our poor daughter, and when she moved out, she admitted to me, all right, fine, I play it before Christmas.
I play it before Christmas because
all
I think
those
of
years
you.
of going, Mom, why is
Bobby, why are you playing this, Bobby?
my ears are bleeding?
Bobby, you're killing me.
No, Maddie Pryor,
Maddie
all the way.
Pryor. I look, we're going red. We're only up 65 on the Dow. We're down 23 on GameStop. We're down 29 on Tesla. Zzz, down we go. Here we go. Here we are. Manager, are we red yet? Oh, well, time to go to sleep. Coyote, I see some red coming in. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's happening. SoFi's just up 2 cents. Apple up 140. Unity's up only 9. HPQ only up a nickel. ATIP is down. Google 76 cents to the plus side. Moderna's red, down 27. Cisco's up 39. Pfizer's down a penny. IBM down 11. Yeah, we have some red showing up here and there.
I'm leaving you.
You're leaving me.
I missed at least one end.
You came in for one full end of curl.
Possibly more.
Possibly more.
These are 2 quick teams.
Oh, they're played quick.
They're quick.
Curling has a clock, just like pitching does in baseball now. You have to throw that rock in a certain number of seconds.
Well, no, you have so many minutes to play the game.
Yeah.
And a couple of days ago, when he came out of the hack, he had 3 seconds left. He's just so cool and calm. It's like, I got plenty of time. I got 11 seconds. How much do I need?
I can throw this rock down there. Don't be. As soon as I let it go, the clock is done.
That's right. As soon as you're out of the hack,
he's a pro. They're pros.
And then as soon as the rock stops, it starts for the next team.
Then the next team's clock starts. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Coiling. Okay, man.
Get out there. Curl.
Enjoy. Thanks for saying hi to the gang.
Hey, hi, gang. Bye, gang.
Go
Have
Rugman.
a great Thursday.
Go Rugman.
Go Rugman. Go Darth Trader.
Oh, yes. Down we go. 17.95 on GameStop, down 22 cents. Tesla 181.64, down 36. SoFi just up 1 penny now. The Dow's up 63. S&P up 12. Nasdaq up 59. We are backing off a little bit here at the moment. There it is. Time for my morning walk. See you all this afternoon, says White Feather. Dude, Jim Reeves. Can't escape Jim Reeves in Nashville, Uncle Bruce. Drew, the less I do, the more money I make. Gotta love it. Bama, babe. GameStop's going down. Okay, I truly dislike the pitching clock. Karen, I was laughing so hard I forgot to look at my stocks. JJ, down goes Netflix. Since I bought yesterday a deep in the money call, I would love when the market goes up or down. I'm a happy guy. Have an enjoyable day, Jan. Manager, all these hypers are going to get dumped soon, at least 30% down. Marcus, number 152 on your thumbs up meter. SmartRun's having a bad day, down 12% on 255,000 volume. And I don't know why. But it is. Dow's at 74-point gain. The GameStop at 1801 hanging around. The SoFi up 2 cents. Tesla down. Is it now just down 2? Little dead cat bounce here. Maybe we're going for another sell wave. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if that happens. Oh my. Let's take a look at Smart Rent. If I get a better look at Smart Rent, there it is. There. Let's take a peek here. Smart Rent 240 down 34 cents. May 12th is the last update there. I don't have anything. Analysts offer insights on technology companies. This can't be good. Let's see what this analyst says, or analysts say, if I can read this or not. Let's see. Smart Rent. In a report released today, Eric Woodring from Morgan Stanley maintained a hold rating on Smart Rent with a price target of 310. The company shares closed last Wednesday, 274. According to TipRanks, Woodring is ranked 0 out of 5 stars with an average return of 11% negative and a 56% success rate. Woodring covers the technology sector, focusing on stocks such as IBM, Residio Technologies, and Dell. That's it. That's all I got. They're talking more about the analyst than the stock, so that's not happening. What's that? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to bring that to you. You got it. All
It's not working. Watching on that.
Giddy up. All right. I guess a report came out last night. Smart Rent reports fourth quarter loss, misses revenue estimates. Smart Rent came out with a quarterly loss of 9 cents per share, in line with estimate. This compares to the loss of 13 cents a year ago. These figures are adjusted for non-recurring items. Well, that's it. That's really the majority of that article. So I don't know. Is that the reason why the stock is down? Maybe that's it. 239 last trade at the moment, with the low of the day so far at about 236 and a half on Smart Rent. So the cheaper it goes, the better a deal it is for the long term, because this is a company that I think is a winner, but that's my opinion. Not necessarily the street jumping in at the moment saying, go and get it. That's not what's happening, I guess. Okay. There you have it. All right, where are we at now? We've got 153 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Thank you for being part of the show today, everybody. George, I sold 2 June $19 calls for $2. And George, 255. I got 255 for 2 June 19s, having just picked off some deep in the money calls, I think is what is going on, if I'm not mistaken. And way to go. Okay. No, I just sold. What do you say? Yeah, yeah, got it. Okay, JJ, there are better analysts out there. Well, yeah, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I find that funny that the report on Smart Rent, in line with expectations, the analyst is crappy, and this is what this analyst does, and that's the end of it. That's just nothing on Smart Rent whatsoever. That's called clickbait, and there you go. Clickbait for clickbait's sake. That's all there is. The Dow's up 57, only 57. The S&P's up 8. Nasdaq's up 43. The Dow 0.16% higher. The S&P 0.22%. Nasdaq only up 0.39. So the markets are slipping now. Oil up $1, 77.66. What else is going on? Biden's tax cuts for the rich are unlikely to get passed by Congress, headline says, but another date looms. Trump-era tax cuts for the wealthy end in 2025. There you go. That wasn't made permanent. They didn't make those tax cuts permanent when they cut those taxes. Gowdy, they just put out a hit piece on a random analysis, and there you go. There it is. That's it. Well said. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you for visiting my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Appreciate that. And if you're catching a lesson or two, congratulations. Now is a good time as any to get started on how to learn how to write options. This is it. It's time. to start changing your financial fortunes immediately. Let's go. No time to waste. You are correct, says George. Splair, all right. I will leave you all a bit earlier and head now over to the grocery store. You all have a relaxed, successful day. See you later. You bet, Splair. You take care, pal, and stay warm in Dortmund, my friend. We are coming up to the final 10 minutes of this telecast. Thank you all for having joined me again today. Hope you're finding it useful and a little entertaining at the same time, which would be great. We're at 17.98 on GameStop right now. We're down 19 cents. SoFi is negative, 3 cents lower. Tesla down 83 cents to 181.17. Apple is only up 90 now, 90 cents. Unity is off 3 pennies now. HPQ up a penny. ATIP still down 1.8 cents. Google is up 74. Moderna falling down now 49 cents. Cisco's up 33. Pfizer down 6. IBM down 16 cents. So we got some red coming in here, a little bit of selling. SmartRent is the loser today. 238 last trade, down 36 cents. I have no idea why. Spire is now down just a penny at 92.4. Looks like Spire has bounced up a bit from its 86-cent low to now 92.4, 353,000 volume. That is what I see over on Spire. Spire is trying to go higher. Okay, we got GameStop back at 1802, flirting this $18 number around right now. It's $18 level. That's what it is, kids. That's what I see here. Never ever a dull moment in the markets. On Spire, I'm just going to see if there's any news about anything on Spire. Nothing. I've got nothing actually being said on Spire really. They're going to be at a show and tell coming up, Bank of America Global Industrial Conference thing, and that's it. So I have no other news there. 92.42, down 1.1 cents on the session at the moment for Spire. There we are. Okay, everybody. No dull moments whatsoever. 155 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. And let's see here. Maria Schwab has F ratings on all of the stocks in this trade account, except for Amazon and Google. I just do not pay attention to it. Here you go, Blair. I do my best, and you enjoy the pool time, Uncle Bruce. You bet. As Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce. And just like that, I'm out of my put trades between the AI and Roblox. I just made another quick $500, and my covered calls, which I rolled last week, are all green too. This is how you do it? Question mark. There you go. Taking the wave and grabbing it and making some money. Down 4 cents on SoFi, down $1.04 on Tesla now, 180.96. We're negative on Unity, a penny. GameStop down 14 to 1803. The Dow is holding a 54-point gain, down from the 150 range we had earlier this morning. S&P is only up 8.8. NASDAQ now up 40 points. And that is it. GM is battening down the hatches and cutting employees to save costs. There is the deal right there. Headline, November's $2 billion Powerball winner splurges on a $25.5 million Hollywood home. Well, if you win $2 billion gross and probably net out $700 million net, why not buy a $22.5 million house, call it an investment, live in it, and maybe in 5 or 10 years, you'll turn into 30, 33 million with inflation and what have you. You're living mortgage free. The rich get richer. I say, way to go. Congratulations. You have the dough, cash buy. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Options nomads, thought on market hour one-on-one. It depends on what the market does that day. Can't be predicted. One-on-one is always valuable, but the edge is if there are moves to make that day. If not, the one-on-one can happen anytime. These are good comments. Is what I was looking for. I'm looking for those. Looking for your reactions to an idea where I would offer one-on-one sessions during market hours. What's being. Jen and I are bandying about different things. So we're talking about a lot of different topics right now here internally. Our time is up here at the end of April. We have to decide what are we doing for May until next November or December, because next December we expect to be here again to get Jen's other hip replaced. What are we doing for those 5-6 months? Travel. If it's travel, well, where? And if it is somewhere in a different time zone, we have to figure out what the schedule is for me, and we have a lot of logistics to try to figure out. And so we're tossing things around, and I wanted to get your ideas and your reaction. And hopefully, in the next short time, we'll have stuff figured out and kind of go from there. We'll let you know. Manager with that kind of money, 700 million, would short the heck out of all those hyped stocks and make it like a bandit. Yeah. Well, when you have that kind of money, you don't have to work. You don't have to work on working. If you just put your money into 2-year treasuries right now, you're getting 5% interest from the U.S. government. That's $35 million a year in interest. That pays for the house in cash in the first year. That's a different level of wealth, isn't it? And of course, 700 million invested now for 10 years in a row at 5%, 35 million a year for the next 5 or 10 years. Can you spend every single year that kind of money? Of course, you got to pay tax on that gain, but hey, it's a different lifestyle, is it not? Yes, it is. Changes things a lot, a whole lot. What can I say? Dow's up 71. GameStop down 15 to 1802. SoFi down 4 cents to 642. Tesla 181.66, just off 34 cents. We're seeing fluctuations now in stock pricing here. Unity is up suddenly, up 16 cents a share. Little buy wave has come in. Will it go anywhere? I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll be here to watch it. That's for sure. Coyote, if I had that kind of money, I'd write 6-month covered calls and then go to sleep. There you go. Well, there you have it. And then if this individual plays it right, they will have financial advisors, and they will be sitting on a diversified portfolio. Very conservative, income generating from various sources. There you go. It's a different world. You're now managing your money as a full-time job because you have money to manage. Well, that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. There it is. But you don't need 700 million to quit your day job. There's the good news. You don't need to win a lottery to be able to quit your day job. There's the really good news for a lot of you out there hanging out with me. Way to go. All right. Well, let's get together this afternoon at 3:00. What do you say? Let's get together at 3 this afternoon and see what this market is doing and how it's going to close today. Thank you for these 157 thumbs ups today. Appreciate you, all of you who are stepping up for that. Those of you watching on the rerun, thank you for the thumbs ups. I know you guys do that for me. I appreciate that very much. Guys, we'll be back on at 3 today. Of course, we know who this person may be. You can approach him to teach him how to write options if you know who that is. Robert Benson, 157, thumbs up. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the thumbs up on your end too. No, they have to come to me. If you want to learn how to write options, you know how to reach me. I'm right here. Easy to find. I'm more than happy to have a chat if you'd like to have a chat. I'm rather affordable. Manager, you can make a killing on advice. Matthew, Uncle Bruce, did you do a lesson on puts recently? Did a lesson on puts. Yeah, there is a lesson on puts. Go to the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Head over there, and they're all listed, including how to write put and call contracts and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, head over there. Yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Coffee. I'm finishing my coffee here, slow but sure. I'll see you at 3:00 this afternoon, everybody, and we'll shut the market down together today. 162 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you, everybody, for that. I will catch up with you then, and keep your eye on your options and your markets, and let's see if you can make some more moolah today. Okay, guys. See you later from Palm Desert, California.